Hi, everybody. My name is Leon Eli Franciscus, and you are watching Walking with God. So, let me give you a quick introduction of who I am and how am starting this YouTube channel. Why? Not how. Why? So, basically, I grew up having a tough childhood in a sense that my childhood was great. I had loving parents, I had extremely beautiful parents. But along the way, I have chosen. Now, when we reach a junction in life and we get to choose right and left, and for me, I decided to choose the easier side of life. I wanted the fast money, I wanted to do things fast, and I chose the wrong friends. I chose everything wrong in my life, every single thing. But it reaches a point where it starts to get really tired. You start to get really tired. But that's what happened to me. Now, guys, I got married in 2010. After all that mess that I created, I finally found this beautiful, amazing woman that I met. Her name is Dion, all right? I met her when she was 15 years old. We were childhood sweetheart guys. And, God gave me this woman. I did not know why, but along the way, we had gone out. We had issues for a while. We settled our issues. We stayed apart for a while because we were childhood sweethearts. So we were not seeing each other for 3-4 years. But then God allowed me to be with her again. And somehow we decided at the age of 30, we got engaged. And at 32, in 2010, I got married. Okay? So in 2010, I got married. I was in a very, very bad place, guys. You cannot imagine what God has done in my life. So because of that, I am going to do the same and share whatever God has done in my life with you, because He is real, folks. God is real. He is so real. He's like the air that we breathe. And it is really, really strange that with God, some of us choose to activate God like a switch. It's a tick and a tock, tick and a tock. Now, God don't work that way, man. God don't work that way. God works in wonders. He's a mysterious God. No, He isn't. Do you think He is? He is not. God is ever ready when you are ready, folks. So to cut things short. Now, I got married. I had 2 beautiful children. Now, this is when it went just as a marriage makes somebody really happy. Mine turned the other way around. We got married. We had a beautiful wedding, guys. We had such a beautiful wedding. It was so lavish. It was so grand. Everything was perfect, guys. But this is the thing. God had already set apart for me. And I had my first child. She was a beautiful baby girl. Unfortunately, she was born premature. And God decided that He loved her more than me. And there she went. She was born. After 3 months, she passed on. Now, we went through a state of depression, me and the missus, and hell. Basically, it was hell. It was hell. Like when somebody tells me, he said, Leon, how is it that you are able to go from being in a state of darkness to where you are now? Now, this is it. I had the first child. You think that was bad? You were in a state of depression, correct? But no, I had another child. And I thought, oh, yes, thank you, God. Yes, this is it, And the same thing happened. It is a reoccurrence. And I got so mad with God, guys. I'm real, I'm human, I'm man, right? So I got so upset with God, and I told God one day, I used to be a drunk. Not in the sense that when I start drinking, those of you who know me, y'all know me, is I start drinking, I don't stop. God, God has a part for everybody, right? Now, why I say this? Because if God can do something for me, He can do it for you, right? So it is just that way. So one night, in my balcony, pissed as a skunk, I told God, I said, if you don't put back 2 children in my household, I'm not going back to your household. And I stopped going to church, guys. I washed my hands. I told God, enough is enough. You and I have nothing to do with each other. But you know what? God is not done with me. God is not completed His task. And what He has put me here on earth for was not complete. Correct? So here is when the twist of life happened. In 2017, we decided to go back to church. Only prior to that, God actually put 2 children in my home. I have a boy and a girl. They're beautiful children, guys. Beautiful children. God sent children. Of course, children are children. Sometimes they test your patience, sometimes they don't. But guys, on parenting, spare the rod and spoil the child. I believe that, but not out of anger. Don't whack the child until it's like half dead. No, just train, or not train, sorry, they're not pets, guys. Children are not pets, sorry. So just educate your children with God in the center of it. But what I want to tell you is, when God took me from a state of darkness through all the addictions that I had in life, I basically tried every kind of drug there was. And my parents know this, my wife knows this, but you know, today I'm happy being sober. I don't drink anymore. I don't do any kinds of crazy stuff anymore, because I have decided that what had God put in my heart, I'm going to do it. So God told me one night, He said, "Leon, life is going to change, and I want you to listen to me. This is what you're going to do." So it was October 11th, 3 years ago, that I decided to stop drinking, first of all. It happened just like that because God had told me to. Why? It was my birthday. A friend of mine gave me a 1 liter bottle of whiskey. Man, bless that guy. But you know, because it was a joyous occasion, he brought this whiskey. He said, "Hey bro, this is yours." And I just say, "Man, just leave it. After dinner we'll have it." And as we were eating, God told me, "No, you're not going to drink anymore. Today's your last." And from that day, 3 years ago, up to now, I'm sober. I did not touch one drop of alcohol, because God can do things you and I cannot do. So just as that, with God, guys, everything is possible. We started a business. It failed. Our children too were gone. That we passed through. We started a business. Man, the business was great. If you knew the boom of, I was a brewer for a very well-known Malaysian e-liquid. But then God decided that is not my path. He took everything away. Everything. So basically we started a business. From that we went to a food business. The same thing happened, guys. The same thing happened. We did not see the pinnacle of our business. And we were wondering everything. Everybody said the liquid was great, the food that we served was great, but we did not achieve what we were supposed to do, because God had put me and my wife here on earth for a particular reason. So because of that, I'm doing this video to tell you guys that God is real and He exists. So just like that, and I want to thank you for watching this video. We will watch the second video. This is Leon with Walking with God. Thank you.